The topic today is a really good topic, and Mr. Mufara came out a, a few days ago with a note in the back office, and it was very good. And I've listened to a lot of people talk about the note, and everybody has a different take on what was most important. This was better than that. I like this more than that. And in reality, the message that Mr. Mufara gave us was extremely powerful in every point that he made. It really is. And if you look at it in the totality, I think the biggest takeaway from what Mr. Mufara told us is that we are moving forward. And Mr. Mufara is taking us all forward. And obviously, he talked about change, and change is inevitable. It's just a human condition. We change every single day, the circumstances, what our lives look like, that type of thing. And Mr. Mufara started out by talking about the past, what had gone on, a little bit about what's gone on in the past, and the changes he's had to make with the business moving forward. And it was extremely powerful. And I think Mr. Mufara, as I am, I'm ready to put the past in the past. I don't care what's happened in the past. You know, Mr. Mufara, what does he do? He sees a problem, he finds a solution, and then he moves forward. Today, we are moving forward. I don't really care what's happened in the past. I'm sure Mr. Mufara will come out and talk a little bit about that. But the past and what's coming in the future, they're just two totally different things. What's coming ahead of us is so much better than what was in the past. And I tell that to people and they scratch their head, and you all might have thought the same thing at one time or another. Well, I think about the past. It was really good. I mean, I look at what we had in the past, what Mr. Mufara talked about, what we've talked about for 5 years. How can you get better than that? Well, that's Mr. Mufara. He can get better than that. And I'll give you a couple examples. Just you know, each topic we bring up is an hour or 2 hour conversation, but I'll give you a couple examples of how it's getting better and how it's going to be better. You know, when you listen to Mr. Mufara and the team he's put together right now, and you talk about the market, and we can talk about a couple of things in the market. One, we can talk about the people that are going to come in and participate with Mr. Mufara with their business. What is our market today? Really, how big is our market? Let's keep it very conservative. Maybe it's half the population of the world, 400 billion people. Well, that's a very large market. It's a market that when you engage, you will never run out of people to talk to. You will never run out of areas that you can go in. And what does that say for you and I? It gives us longevity, and we need longevity to build wealth. It really is as simple as that. You have to have longevity if you're going to build wealth. And then we start to talk about the products that Mr. Mufara is coming out with. Well, in the past, the products that we've seen, primarily OCONNECT, it was really good. By the time he got done, by the time he launched it that first time, it was really good. It was comparable to anything out there, probably a little bit better at a lower price point. You can't beat that. Well, with the new team that Mr. Mufara has, what if the products are 5 or 10 or 15% better than anything out there? Now, when you think about that, and I know the OTech pros know this very well, when you have technology that's better than anything out there and it costs people less, all of a sudden the buzz gets going and people are going, have you seen this? Have you tried this? And all of a sudden people start coming, and they keep coming, and they come and they come and they come. It's going to be remarkable to see what happens because of what Mr. Mufara has done. All of this affects us. We are moving forward. And I think what Mr. Mufara wants us to do is he wants us to put put the things that happened the first 5.5 years behind us and come in with a new attitude, looking at things in a new way. Because as we look at what Mr. Mufareh is going to unroll to us very, very quickly, everything has changed. And when I say that, I don't mean the philosophy or the idea. That hasn't changed. Mr. Mufareh wants to come on. He wants to turn that 97% of the people that fail online, turn that around 97% of the people that they succeed online. And that will never change. Mr. Mufareh wants to do that. But he's made it better and easier for you and I to come online and develop that income online. And initially, that's what we all want to do. We want to develop that income. So as we think about what Mr. Mufareh has done, it's really, really important as we move forward. Number one, the language is going to change. That's a really, really big deal. And all of us have to learn how to speak in a different way. It's not going to be difficult, but the language absolutely will change. And then the structure of the corporate side of OnPassive, it has changed, period. Now, I could come on and I could talk about those changes today. It would all be speculation, just what I think is going to happen. And I'm not going to do that. And you know, I love to do that. I love to speculate and talk about what I think, how things are going to be. But Mr. Mufareh is going to come out very shortly, and he's going to start giving us that information. So I don't need to speculate. We're going to have it. And then when he does that, we're going to have that conversation about language. Really, we're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about the markets. We're going to talk about you and I. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about all of it, and we're going to talk about how to talk about it. We're going to talk about the language. Really, really important. And so as we listen to that first part of what Mr. Mufareh said in his note, change is inevitable. Mr. Mufareh has done that. What does Mr. Mufareh do? He finds problems, he finds a solution, and then he introduces it to us. All of that has been taken care of. Mr. Mufareh, he's done that. And the past is the past, and the future is so much better. It's just going to blow your mind. He also talked about the present a little bit. And again, all of these things are really, really important moving forward. And he talked about some of the things that people are doing. And basically, he put it very, very succinctly. It's balagna. That's baloney for Marty DeGarmo. It's baloney. And really, I don't think you need to say anything more about what people are doing today. And I understand why people are doing what they're doing. Some people panic, some people do this or that. But in reality, we are so close right now. And I really do think for most people, when they read the message, the most important thing for most people, and this is wrong, it's not the most important thing. Everything was great. Updates, they will be coming. People heard that and they went, oh, this is awesome. Mr. Mufareh is ready to start releasing some of the things he's doing. The updates, they are coming. Okay, that's great. They are coming. But the most important thing is we're moving forward. And you have to approach things with a new mindset. And that's not a bad thing. Because we're not going to talk in the old vernacular and we're going to be talking in a new language, it's a really, really good thing. A really, really good thing. And I'll tell you flat out, what we did in the past was awesome. And when people listened to all of us, they got excited about what Mr. Mufareh was doing. With the way we're going to be talking about what Mr. Mufareh is going to be launching to the world very, very quickly, it is just going to blow people away. And because of that, initially they'll start filter. Well, let's talk about the people that are here right now. Initially, when this thing gets out, people are just going to start to come in, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. A lot of people are concerned about those people that are already here that are engaged. I don't worry about that one iota, not one. I talk to Marty and Dan all the time, and they talk about the numbers, and Marty says, well, we'll get 20, we'll get 30, maybe we'll get 40%. No, they're wrong. Marty's wrong. Dan's wrong. When we get a hold of these people, when we get a hold of the new language, when we approach things in a new manner, I can almost guarantee that 90% of the people that are into that that are here and have been engaged, maybe they fell off, they will be back in, period. Now, that's nothing compared to what's going to happen. And I talked to Oliver the other day, and we get a little crazy once in a while when we talk. You can't imagine what's going to happen and the numbers that we're going to be talking about. They are so cool. And again, I won't talk numbers today, but we will have that discussion shortly after Mr. Mufareh comes out and starts to give us the information that we're all looking forward to. So we're in a really, really great place right now. Don't think about the stuff behind. I have let that go. I don't care about that stuff. I know Mr. Mufareh has come on. He's seen the problem. He's seen the solution. He's taken care of those problems, and we are moving forward. His team is extremely excited about running, and they want to run now. What does that tell you and I? Pretty dang close. Pretty dang close. So the last thing that Mr. Mufareh said on his note, it's possible, it's coming. And also he said, start to dream bigger. Well, that's really, really hard to do when we haven't heard what he has to say. I rely on what I've heard in the past. My dreams are really, really big, as I'm sure yours are too. But when Mr. Mufareh comes out and he gives us what we need to hear, the people in Papua New Guinea, the people in Africa, the people in the Asian belt, the people in South and North America, the people in Europe, all of a sudden what they thought was going to happen, and maybe their dreams for them were very, very big. And it really just depends on the person, how big those dreams are, what those dreams are. But when Mr. Mufareh comes out, and this is going to happen, I think very, very quickly, those dreams, yeah, they're going to start to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And the nice thing about dreams is now we have the platform to make those dreams a reality. So let's all start looking forward and really getting excited about where we are and what Mr. Mufareh is going to be sharing with us. So